Right now, a song hits one note and your arms erupt into tiny bumps. A memory catches you off guard and a chill runs straight up your spine. You've felt this 1,000 times. You call it goosebumps. But the real reason it happens is far stranger than a song or a memory. It's older than music, older than language, older than you. Look at your arm right now. Every single hair sits on top of a tiny muscle. Scientists call it the erector pili. You didn't build it, you didn't choose it. Your ancestors did, millions of years ago, back when your body was covered in thick fur. That tiny muscle had one job: pull the hair upright, trap a layer of warm air against the skin. It was a survival tool built for a world you've never lived in. Step into a cold room right now and you'll feel it happen automatically. No thought required. Your skin senses the drop in temperature, and within seconds, thousands of these tiny muscles contract at once. On a body covered in thick fur, that reaction created real insulation, a coat that could puff up or flatten depending on the weather. On your body, it does almost nothing. The fur disappeared. The program didn't, but warmth wasn't the only reason it existed. Picture a threatened animal, a cat with its back arched, fur standing straight up. Suddenly it looks bigger, more dangerous, less like prey. Charles Darwin wrote about this exact reaction in his study of human and animal emotion. He noticed that fear and rage triggered the same bristling response across countless species, humans included. Your ancestors used it too. Stand in front of a predator, hair raised, and for one crucial second, you look like something not worth attacking. And it wasn't a slow, conscious decision. It was automatic, driven by adrenaline flooding the body the instant danger appeared. No time to think about survival. The body handled it alone, faster than a single thought could form. Here's the strange part. You lost the fur thousands of years ago, but the muscle stayed, the wiring stayed. Every hair on your body is still standing guard, waiting for a threat that hasn't shown up in millennia. So, what happens to a survival system when the danger disappears but the alarm still works? It gets repurposed, hijacked almost by something that has nothing to do with predators at all. Think about the last time a song gave you chills. Not just any song. That one moment, the key change, the lyric that lands exactly right. Scientists call this frisson, a French word for shiver. And the strange truth is, it fires through the exact same circuit that once protected your ancestors from a lion in the dark. Scientists discovered something surprising when they looked closer. The chill you feel during music activates a very old part of the brain, one tied to separation, loss, and reunion. Neuroscientist Jaak Panksepp, who spent years studying the reaction, found that a swelling chorus can mimic the emotional signature of being found after being lost. Your body doesn't know the difference between an ancient threat and an overwhelming piece of music. It just knows something big is happening. So it reaches for the oldest tool it has. It isn't only music. Stand at the edge of a canyon. Watch a storm roll in over open water. Hear a stranger's story land on exactly the right line. That same prickle rises on your arms, unannounced. It turns out borrows the oldest circuitry in the body because the body never built a separate system for wonder. It just reused the one already wired for danger. But not everyone gets chills the same way. Why does one person cry during a movie score while their friend feels nothing at all? In 2016, researchers Mitchell Culver and Amani El Aleli looked into exactly that question. Their study connected the frequency of frisson to a personality trait called openness to experience. People who scored higher were more likely to feel those chills regularly, from music, from art, from a sudden shift in a story. Their brains, the research suggested, may process rewarding surprises more intensely. The same ancient alarm system, tuned to a different frequency depending on who you are. So here's what's actually happening on your arm. An ancient survival reflex built to make your ancestors look bigger to predators is now going off because of a guitar solo, because of a plot twist, because of a stranger's kindness in a video you weren't expecting to cry at. The wiring never got the memo that the world changed. You carry a piece of prehistory on your skin and it activates without asking permission. It doesn't know you're safe indoors. It doesn't know the predator disappeared thousands of years ago. It just knows a signal came in strong enough to matter, and it responds the only way it knows how. And maybe that's the part worth sitting with. Every time you feel that shiver, you're not experiencing something new. You're experiencing something ancient, misfiring in the best possible way. A warning system that used to mean danger now means wonder. A reflex built to protect your ancestors from the dark is the same reflex that lets you feel awe. So the next time that song hits the right note and your arms erupt into tiny bumps, remember what's actually happening underneath your skin. You're not just being moved by music. You're being moved by the ghosts of ancestors who once needed to look bigger just to survive the night.